What is going on, my YouTube friends, my Patreon friends, all my Nightwish friends? What is going on, man? Welcome. What a party. Y'all show up in waves, eh? I was not expecting that, man. Not only was the music a blast to react to, but y'all were a blast to like go through the comments. And there's some like educated musical folk out there. Some of y'all probably know, like, not about Nightwish. You know way more about me than I do about Nightwish, but about music in general, man. Like, some of y'all gotta start some channels too. Okay, so cards on the table. I feel like trash. I've had a really shitty last week. But I did want to jump into this. I really want to do a good job of the Nightwish stuff. Like, I really do. If y'all are gonna do like the numbers you did, then I think that deserves me like take my time and, you know what I mean, like trying to do the best I can. So I got Gabriel's list, sir. I will report for duty from Western Canada, and we'll start firing through that. I do want to do the Gear Gods rigged, the rundown. I'm assuming, and it's like 8 years old, but I just want to get a feel for what they have going on. Like, I was a stage manager, I was a sound guy for so long. I kind of like when people pick instruments, it's usually for like a reason, or like a guitar amp, or even microphones is usually like my take. All that stuff's for a reason, and I want to understand that at least from like a principle standpoint. And then we can start going through the list. And I found out, man, some of my friends are big Nightwish fans. Like, a buddy of mine is hardcore. He's got some tattoos. Like I said, I was like, you heard of Nightwish? He's like, yeah. He's like, which singer you listen to? And I was like, oh shit. To me, it's all new. So anyways, I'm rambling, my friends. Let me pull this up. I'm really excited to check this out. All right, let's do this. Campers.
Hey, my name is Antti. I'm working for Nightwish. Been doing this since 2005. And here's our guitar systems and guitars. This is the main one, custom-made ESP.
Love the color.
He had used this from 2004, and there's little cracks here and there, but he wants to play with this, and that's fine. And we always, before we go on world tour, we change bridge and saddle, everything, like, and everything is fixed, so it's basically new. But yeah, it's very simple guitar, no tones, nothing. Yeah, and
that's the thing though. Like, it's all about the input, right? Like, if I play guitar. If I pick up a guitar and I play anything, Smoke in the Water, and if you play Smoke in the Water, they'll sound different. Like, just tonally, they'll have different sounds. There's a lot of like tone in the hands. And if you have a guitar that sounds the way you want it to, it sings the way you want it to, turn it up, turn it down. You get your clean tones, you roll it off. Or like, they're all rolling Kempers and stuff. Like, they got nice clean tones. Just turn it on, turn it off. The Floyd thing, my guitar is actually purple too, is neat. So the strings actually lock here instead of just like setting in place. And they lock here too. And then in theory, the strings shouldn't go out of tune. So when you do like the big dive bombs, right? Or like the dime bag things, or the Eddie Van Halen, like the squawks and stuff. In theory, the guitar shouldn't go out of tune. His probably doesn't. Mine probably does. You know what I mean? It's dope. Like, you get all the guitar tricks that they're being flashy. You can pick it up by like the Floyd Rose, like Phil Collins used to from Def Leppard. But it's a nice looking guitar, man. ESPs are dope. ESPs play really nice. Like, they've got nice solid, like, I can't remember what the fretboards are made out of, but they just feel nice and smooth and quick. Like, nighttime quick. I don't know how else to describe it.
then we have.
Yep. That's exactly why. Bumping on the road cases, come on.
And then we have same kind of guitar, but this is spare one,
Spare one, okay.
only for spare use. Different color, but same. And then we have one new
Five-way pickup selector. We don't need to get into that either, but that's what it looks like from pickup orientation.
new guitar, but this is only for warming up. So in backstage he uses this, his custom model from ESP.
Very cool.
Yeah, only for backstage. And then I have one interesting electric Uzuki here. This is nice.
Neat.
But our pipe player Troy plays with this. This is very nice. Yeah,
Sounds like California
sounds
dreaming.
cool.
Couple Kempers there.
So those were the guitars,
and that's it, eh?
and our
For the one guitar player?
sound comes from Kemper profiler. We have two here, and the other one is just for spare.
Yeah. Everything comes with a spare, especially in digital. But like back in the day, even like in my day, like we had analog consoles, soundboards and shit. You'd have a power amp, and then it would be like hardwired to another power amp, and that was only if like the first one fails, the other one kicks in and the show goes on, right? Backups for everything. Campers are cool, like they're profilers, right? So you can send out to a cabinet. This is the rack mount one, but I can't remember which one was passive or active, or if you could tell from the front. But anyways, usually you'd have a powered speaker, like a powered monitor, or I think they had guitar amps. They probably have power amps, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You can like pick, like you could be like, I want a 1970s Marshall, and someone somewhere, maybe even Marshall themselves, built an emulation of it, and now you get it here. But the cool thing about that is, like when you get a tube amp, you have to send so much signal through those tubes for it to get it to break up and distort the way you want it to. Like when you listen to like an AC/DC record, Nightwish record, like those are loud guitar amps in like isolated booths, you know what I mean? Like that's how you get that tone, because when you turn it down, it starts getting like kind of valve statey, solid statey, like kind of thin. You don't get the body you want out of it. So when you have digital simulations, especially if it's good, you can gain the crap out of it. You can turn the master all the way to 10, and it emulates that, like, but it doesn't rip anyone's heads off. There's no volume, in fact, unless, you know, you plug it in and turn it up, right? But really, really, really cool, man. I like the Kempers more than I think the Helixes are the other ones. There's like the Line 6 Helix. There's a couple others too. I just personally like the Kempers more. I had a Kemper, maybe that's why. I thought it was closer to regular guitar tone than anything else. But anyways.
And yeah, we have our own profile. We did it in studio for 2 days. We spent very, very hectic two days in studio with our front of house guy, and it's his studio, and he has a lot of different kind of special effects there, and we tried them all, different cabinets. Well, now we have the sound.
Yeah. And like amps are expensive, especially if you're doing vintage. Like if they're gonna do their own, he might have it hot plated, or he might have like custom transformers or something in it that makes it his way. And then once you get all the sounds out of it, like so, song 3 verse 1 dirty tone, here it is. You know what I mean? Song 6 acoustic clean tone with reverb, there it is, right? Like now you have all your sounds that you would normally build in the studio with the different amps. You make it all sound good, and they brought their technician in probably for like little things like, man, I'm getting into this. If you have like a Royer and like a SM57, well, I might like them really close, but my buddy Kevin likes them on opposite sides of the cone, but still in the same placement. So it's cool that they brought the audio technician in there. I think they said it was his studio too, but they brought him in there, or them in there, for that conversation as well. The Warning did that too. When the Warning moved to Kempers, they took advice from the sound technician to add a 10 millisecond stereo delay. But anyways, and carrying on.
We could go check out, we have one cabinet on stage just for feedback. So it's there, it's basic Marshall cabinet.
It's just self-monitoring. So like my interpretation of feedback is like when you have like a loop and it's like, you know what I mean? I think what he's saying for feedback is just like, so he can hear himself. It's just a playback monitor. And it frees up the floor monitor on the ground for your vocal and keys and all the other stuff. And it's also, you know, going to help with the band and a bit of realism too. Like when you rehearse with a stage that vibrates from speakers, you kind of want that back. And if a Kemper is basically giving you direct in audio, like headphone in, right? You don't get that. So like having a speaker on stage is a comfort thing too, I would assume as well. And
it's not mic'd, of course, but it's just only for stage.
Yeah.
So.
Right back in tune.
Nice sound.
right back in tune.
And he uses only like this MIDI pedal here, so there's few different sounds like for
boost.
solos he has some delays on and then a rhythm.
Cool way to do this.
So that's it for guitar rig. Yeah, here's our
It's simple though, like you don't need 50 different sounds. Kemper has like a floorboard that you can run the whole freaking thing off of too, but you don't need it, man. Clean, dirty, lead. That's what I'm talking about, man.
hot layer pedal board.
A little more intricate,
And
same thing.
there he can change when he plays Muzuki.
So these are power cons. So these are like quick. You pull them out, you clip them in, and they spin into place. That probably powers up the whole power thing. Or sorry, I'm talking all over the place. The pedal board. The DI would be the outputs. This is a Pro DI. Like Radial makes great stuff. I'm not even joking you when I say we propped up a 1-ton truck. Like we used it as like parking locks with a Radial DI. It worked just fine. Indestructible. Well, there's a power bank here. Oh, that's the wall word. Never mind. This powers the whole board. Never mind. Yeah, we're good. I don't know what this green pedal is though. These GT10s were really popular for a long time.
He will change from here, and there's this different sounds
Bazooka.
which he's gonna use. And that's very simple. So he runs all pipes through here and the Bazooki over
pipes,
from
cool.
the pedal board. So that's my stuff.
I'm a bass guitar / keyboard / Pro Tools tech for Nightwish. My name is Tero, and this is my world. Let's start with the bass. I have this is Warwick Infinity. No, it's Vampire actually.
Wow, eh? Look at that thing. It's got like bass clefs in the inlays too. Beautiful. Looks active.
And it's getting yummier and yummier. If I show
Like
you
a
what
fine
we got
wine.
here. So
You're all on.
this is the Beast, double neck Beast.
Oh shit.
Warwick, and the guitar part it's from.
I'm sorry, I'm talking like it's late night and I don't know how you all feel about my language and I apologize for that. Cool. The bottom one's like a baritone guitar.
And the sound goes from wireless. It goes to DI.
So 18i20, I've got the exact same one. I think I've got the same generation too. That's interesting. These are wireless. They could be anything. He's gonna tell us right now. Sans amp. Sans amp is really unique. They're like the original amp simulator, right? Like Sans amp, no amp, right? Give or take. That's what these are. Like we used to use them just to beef up like a guitar, like a guitar solo or something on like an aux end. But I talked to a sound guy for Silk Sonic. Bruno Mars, the sound guy, ran like a crotch mic, an omnidirectional crotch mic on the drum kit through one of these. Like it's just harmonics and saturation, man. Just tons of it, and it sounds nice. God, this is cool.
We have two lines, clean, and then we have dirty line.
Yeah.
Sound amp,
Yeah.
distortion.
Cool. Ashley. Oh, I didn't see what the Ashleys were. Were they stereo? Oh, mixer. Interesting.
And from DA it goes first to downstage. If I show you what we have here. It goes here, this pedal. We have like flanger, octaver, and I'm not sure if he's using this one, but flanger and octaver, that's what we use. And after that it goes to Sans amp preamp.
So that pedal would be like probably, I'm assuming it's a digital expression pedal. So if you're doing octaves, you could probably like say if you have it at 100%, push all the way down, that like in the warnings again situation, that would give you an octave up on the guitar matched with the regular guitar. And if you have it down, then it gives you the octave down, like give or take. There's a million ways you can set it up, but that's just like an example of how the expression pedal works. You could use it as like a volume. You could use it as a wah. You could use it as a million things. But if he's using octaves, I'm assuming that he's got parts like that because that was on the bass, right? So it'd probably be like, well, it could be like sub octave too. Cool though.
All the keyboards there are cork.
Korg, okay.
Pretty basic stuff. Unless all the stands are like custom made.
It's an old 80s thing.
Now the stand is.
That's Baby Spider.
Yeah, the Baby Spider, but it doesn't usually come tilted, right?
Yeah.
How does that work? You guys just.
I just made it.
Like, oh, you just made it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So if you're not a keyboard player, let me just like demonstrate something to you. Back in the day, like keyboard beaches and worlds and stuff, like when, like, you know, in the 80s when they had this keyboards everywhere. So if I'm standing over here playing jump, right? But I got the synth over here. This isn't very cool, but this kind of is. So now you get like the ba 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 ba. It's just like the angle of it is better. That's as far as I got explained, at least. Anyways.
You know how it's normally it's like levels like this.
Yeah.
I put a bolt in there. Like,
Oh.
And
Love the
And
accent.
it's like
Yeah.
secure.
Yeah. It is totally.
Very nice. Is this just a monitor?
This is Karma. Yeah, Karma. This is Kronos. This is the newest one.
Chronos were popular for a
And
long
then we
time.
have legendary.
N364.
Yeah.
Very popular too. It's purple.
Like M36 dork.
Hey, it's pretty legendary.
They don't make these anymore. So
Yeah,
it's-
they don't. Yeah.
But this has been the keyboard from the beginning.
Is this
Since
this, one,
90
this is the first one, like actual unit?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I think this is like third, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I have
So
only
bad.
2 left of this, so
Oh wow.
this one and one in the spare box. That's pretty much it with keyboards and
Crazy setup. Same thing with the monitors. Like they could be very similar mixes, one there, one there. It just depends on placement, like where you actually are. And like I don't know if they'll go through like in-ear rigs and all that stuff too, but like there's quite a few floor monitors, man, on stage. It's kind of neat. I vibe with that.
Thomas likes to use like in-ears and wedges, like combined. The low end comes from wedges and
Oh.
click and stuff like that comes
Oh.
from.
I was
for-
wondering because I see him usually has in-ears and I saw these. I was like,
Yeah. But the problem with the in-ears is that you cannot get enough low end. So the low ends comes here. When it's like he wants to also feel it, not just hear it.
That's what I was talking about with the 412, the Marshall 2, or I think it's a 412. I've got, like, I'm pretty fortunate. I've got some 5-driver in-ears, and they still don't have the low end. Like, I talked about this a long time ago. I saw an artist taping her in-ears to her head, and I thought maybe that would be to help the low end, because, like, they'll be there, like, it's right, but then it turned funny, and it catches on my, like, guitar strap, and you just lose the low end, like, just enough. And a little speaker sure helps, like any speaker. In their case, a big, huge stadium, like, or a festival stage like this, you need a little more. But same thing, like, you just want that stage to rumble. You want the bass and the kick drum to give you a little energy, like it does the rehearsal space, right? So,
Let's check out the Pro Tools then. Backing tracks.
Pro Tools, yeah, sweet.
So
Oh, that brings back memories.
something. Basically have like
So all those snapshots.
4 stems, orchestra, choirs, backing vocals, and extra stuff like hits and sound effects.
Impacts and
Then we have click track and time code for lighting guy.
lighting. So the time code, like, basically, as long as you stick to click, and like, so let me paraphrase with this. In my opinion, I think discipline equals freedom, right? So like the more disciplined you are to the show, the more you can enjoy the moment, the more you can interact with your fans, and the show's perfect. You don't have to worry about anything, right? So once you get to a certain level of like having that dialed in, you're playing at the click track, and with like time changes, like tempo changes, time signature changes too, like you can't miss. Unless they just have like a blank beat on, but like I don't think so. I think it's all dialed in. So once it's lined up like that, you can predict what's going to happen, and now you can start planning really intricate light movements that in today's world they happen automatically, right? I'll bring my old lighting guy on here, and we'll talk about it. But so the time code, it's like, okay, the show starts, the intro starts, and in the in-ears only, it's going to say intro in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then metronome starts, and then maybe the keys start, band walks out, and then it says like I don't know, verse in 3, 2, 1, and then like it all kicks in, and the lighting's cued to that, pyro's cued to that, like everything's cued to that now, right? And him running that, like if something went sideways, or like if they're going back and forth the crowd, he could probably loop like 4-bar sections or 8-bar sections. Like there's all kinds of stuff you can do, but as long as that time code stays on cue, then your show is perfect. And it's neat to hear that they only use like 4 tracks, man. Like just fill in the extra stuff, the little bits and pieces that we don't want to carry a choir around for. Like I don't want to pay a choir to travel all of Europe with me. Like come on.
And also the
Bad
time
enough for
code
bringing a lighting
goes
guy.
to front of house mixer, so it's pretty much automated, like
So this is
snapshots.
the whole set. Each of those blocks is a song.
Yeah, we have like
Wow.
Oh wow.
we have like 34 songs, but only 16, 17 is gonna be in this set list. 17 tracks,
Jeez.
but we have 34 for summer, and it changes, set list changes.
And that's all programming. Like that's stuff that he's gonna have to design out with the band, right? And probably the lighting crew, front of house, like everyone. Like you gotta create the show file to match what you're up to, right? And it's cool, man. It's dedication.
For example, here's today's set list. I will remove all the tracks what we don't need. I will just remove it and save it
It's a new
like
show.
a set list, Los Angeles, LA, something like that. So I want to get rid of all the tracks that we are not playing. It's easier, faster.
What version of Pro Tools are you using?
I believe this is Pro Tools 10. Yeah, it's 10.
I think they're on like 18 now or something. Oh shit, they got all kinds of stuff in here. Like this looks like it's like an omnidirectional mic. Stereo maybe, kick in, no kick out, that's fine, I like that. It's like some cymbal mics over here. Oh man, we're gonna get into it. Let's see. Beautiful looking kit. Very clean setup. Those goofy freaking cables, those are sure SM81s. They're these goofy UFO looking plate things. They come with these stupid cables like this, but they sound incredible. Probably my favorite microphone I ever owned. For like a one-purpose microphone. Nice.
Hello, my name is Ulrich. I'm the drum tech for Nightwish for 15 years now, and I do this job for like over 30 years. And well, now I'm here in Los Angeles. So the drum kit is a Pearl drum kit, Masterworks. It's specially made for him. He designed it. So we got two 22-inch.
So the Masterworks is like the different Pearl series. I can't remember them all now. There's a whole bunch of them. There's like and it doesn't matter. I think the big changes though were the wood. Like, is it a maple? Is it a maple blend? Is it like a maple and something else? Well, it'd be the blend. So like different types of wood, the different types of hardware they would use, and these all have different like sonic characteristics to them, right? But I'm pretty sure like the Masters are like the creme de la creme, right? Like they had some competitors in that same kind of space in Pearl, but I'm pretty sure that these are like the, you know what I mean?
Bass drums
It's like 3.
and 10, 12 rack tom. And
So 10, 12, like it's a 2-inch difference in diameter, right? In a lot of like jazz, funk, R&B and stuff like that, they'll have like 12, 13 because you almost want like a chromatic scale, but in rock and like especially in like big dramatic music, you want bigger gaps. You want like a bigger doom doom doom, right? Instead of like chromatic. So you can tune them to relatively speaking like, you know, first, third or first, fourth, fifth, and like you can follow guitar patterns and stuff. But typically, like especially in like these pro kits, it's not too often you see that close unless it's like specifically for jazz, R&B, funk, like stuff like that. But 10, 12 is a nice grouping. 8-inch to me sounds a little small. 10, 12 is really nice.
16/8 in floor tom, and a 20-inch gong tom. So the colors, especially made. So this white stuff here, it's not like a sticker. It's really painted.
Cool.
It's made for him. So
I didn't think it'd be a sticker, but
yeah. It is, and they use different kinds of woods on the toms, like maple, birch, two different kinds of woods in each tom. Just a 10-inch,
Two,
a
okay.
12-inch. That's maple, that's birch and maple, I think, and this was mahogany, and I wrote it down.
so like mahogany is just darker. So you put like a big, like a 16 or an 18-inch floor tom on it, and it'll help you with like those low resonance stuff, right? The maple's like clappy. It's all bright's probably not the right way to do it, describe it, but like when you hit it with a stick, you can like, it feels like you hear the stick hit the drum, right? So they're prioritizing maple because it's brighter, clappier, and then they're moving down to like darker woods to get like those low resonant things, right? So okay, that makes sense.
Mahogany and maple. Anyway, we got two Demon Pearl kick drum pedals.
The orange ones, yeah, and a tambourine
We
too.
got the hi-hat with a stick holder. We got another kick drum pedal with a tambourine attached, because on one song he plays a shaker and a mallet, and so he can also play the tambourine at the same time.
No way.
Yeah, we got two splash cymbals, one electro stack,
I don't know
10
much
and 12
about
inch,
Mino
yeah,
or
10 and
Mino or
12 inch.
whatever.
oops, sorry, two 14-inch hi-hats, main hi-hat and second. We got 4 crash cymbals, 18 medium thin crash cymbals. We got 2 China cymbals, 20. No, it's 18. Sorry, 18.
20 would be a big China symbol.
We got the ride cymbal, heavy ride, 20-inch heavy ride. All minor with Suns. I don't know how you say that in English. I'm from Germany, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm not Finnish.
Ja, gut.
Alles klar. He uses about
So 16s and 18s and cymbals are pretty standard. Same thing, it's just like the bigger diameter changes you get, the like more tonal quality changes you get. They also have like where they've hammered into them, or like some of them are broken, or they have holes in them. Like there's all kinds of different ways to get different kind of trash sounds, they call them, or shimmer sounds, anything really. All I know about this Meinl or whatever they are, they're really expensive, man, and apparently they're worth every friggin' penny. Like, I don't know, from the one song I heard, they sounded friggin' wild, if it's the same kid or whatever, but like they just look beautiful. This whole, like, it's so pleasing, everything matching. Like, if it looks like it's like cut down the middle and almost matched up on each side. Beautiful.
Albeck's sticks. Also made for him. I have never seen them before. They're from the Czech Republic,
Cool.
so they make them for him.
They look like do they have fatter tops? What a trip. Or is that the GoPro?
And we use triggers on the kick drums,
That makes
Roland.
sense.
And this is a trigger module. From the trigger module we
TM2,
go
I
into the
remember
DI
those.
box. And this is
Radio.
for this in-ear monitoring and a little amp where you can
I have the same amp too. Keep leading out of the scene. Okay. So the triggers, contrary to like tracks, the trigger, it just replaces the sound that you're playing. So it's fairly instant. Like it's like more than my ear could ever tell. It's probably like immediate. But anyway, so you hit the drum and you get a predetermined sound, and that's arguably more important when you have things like two kick drums, because it's really, really hard to pitch a kick drum beside another kick drum to be the exact same. Like, it's not like a guitar where it's like, here's your E note, like just give me an E note or whatever, A, whatever. It's like, all you get is just doop, doop. But what you don't want is like a doom, 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 doom. Can you imagine like the double kicks, right? So you use triggers, man. Just get like, it might even be their kick drum sound from the studio, but just let it be perfect all the time. Like, especially with the kick drum, man. You can't mess with that. You can't mess with that. And that's neat. It's that makes sense, because I was wondering, like, if they only had one mic per kick drum, man, like, they'd have a lot of confidence in that microphone, but they got a ton of sound out of it. But the triggers make a lot of sense. I like triggers. I like triggers a lot.
And this is for this in-ear monitoring a
ART.
little amp, where you can adjust the kick drum, the click, and the band, the music sound, attach it, adjust it for his needs.
There's the trigger, yeah.
Yeah, the snare is a special snare. I don't know
It's deep.
what material it is made out of. He doesn't know. It's a secret by Pearl, I heard. So it's not metal, it's not wood, it's a special mixture of I don't know what. But it's called Hybrid Exotic. Yeah, that's basically, it's a Pearl rack system.
So the drums don't hang off of like half stands in the kick drum or anything. People argue that like the kick drum won't resonate as much if you have like poles and like a bunch of crap clipped onto it. And then when you have two kick drums, like you just can't always get the placement that you want with those like goofy things that go in it. So the rack makes sense, and it's easier, like, because you just undo the clips and walk away with half the thing.
Pearl Icon rack system. And that's basically the drum kit.
Very pretty.
Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman, aka Chappers, aka the Monkey Lord, aka Captain Jack Sparrow.
Hey man, that was really cool. That was really cool. I am really glad that we did that, and I really stretched that out into a half an hour kind of a breakdown here. But I'm really looking forward to this, man. I'm gonna jump on to the playlist starting first thing in the morning. I just really wanted to get this through tonight, and I just really wanted to say thank you to y'all. Really looking forward to going through some more of this playlist stuff. Gabriel, all my Nightwish friends, the Floorgasm, like, come on, man. Of course, unbelievable. Let me know if you like this stuff. I'll see you all in the next one. I got all my links in the description box. I got my Patreon there. I got some affiliates and stuff if you want to check them out. But let me know. Let me know what's up. We'll see you all in the next one.